Kevin Hawes first came to Guam in the 1970s when he was a young soldier drafted into the Vietnam War. He had no idea at the time that he would return to Guam over 30 years later to head the Naval Hospital. Now he's been tapped as the COO for the private hospital in Dedido. He has a multitude of experience in healthcare management as a COO of the Naval Hospital in Beaufort, South Carolina, and various top-level positions of naval hospitals in Washington and Japan. Hawes explains how he got the job.
The way this got started was I met a gentleman shortly after I got here about 2 years ago who had this vision of bringing another level of healthcare to the island of Guam. And Mr. Peter Scrow and I had some early discussions, and I had no idea where that was going to go to. It was simply a discussion of philosophy. And that led to the meeting with Margaret and I, between Margaret and I, last March. And I think it was during that time that we shared together that it became very apparent to both of us that there was an absolute alignment in the philosophy of healthcare.
Perhaps Hawes' experience as a registered nurse practitioner gives him an advantage in patient care, having worked in the front lines of patient management. Hawes notes that most executive positions in U.S. hospitals require a higher degree in business administration. But he believes his experience as a nurse practitioner will allow him to instill his beliefs in keeping the patient at the center of every decision, which is a belief aligned with the vision of the Guam Regional Medical City.
Fit perfectly with mine. I have for many years, both as a practitioner, as a pediatric nurse practitioner, I practiced clinically for many, many years before going into healthcare leadership. I lived by this mantra that said, do the right thing for the right reason, put the patient at the center of every decision that you make, and it's leadership's responsibility to ensure that the team has the tools, the resources that they need so that the mission can be successful.
He also shares some of his ideas with the current healthcare situation on Guam and why a second hospital is needed on the island.
I looked at some information a couple of days ago, and I think what I saw was that there was probably need for 270 or 300 beds on this island. And currently what we have is a great hospital, Guam Memorial Hospital, but there's need for more. The other thing that I've understood is that there are a lot of healthcare that leaves this island every month. If I'm going to pull out figures, and please correct me if I'm incorrect on this, Margaret, but my understanding is there's between $3 and $5 million worth of healthcare that leaves the island of Guam every month simply because it's not available.